Not to kick at me, haven't you make a pommy po?
Oh, Finemia guy. FPF for me lelo. Rovenya vile jojo. Jajadona Ceana 2025. Ya for me le rehearsal so there le jajado mile. Me ya fide ko mile.
Oh, Nyatepia. You must be in my register at Dallas 2025. Because that's the only way my tongue get access to their hotel. I can't really worry. No, Zoom register here. And I never job. Hey, my tongue at the convention or would they refund my money to me?
What to for now? Never and Ghana registration. I've another two more down my temple convention the Ghana one. We are cool even when you were now your convention organizers who don't know my other than what to put that for now. And even your happy August 2nd 2025 now do about a whole break out Qatar.
Nyatepa.
Nyatepa nyakwe mi onu. Bekwe fefu be di fefete mi yakwe mi date kwe here August 13, 2025. No nya yoko wa cancel hotel reservations akwa Ghana.
You know what? You're too early to register for the convention now. The convention is update in August 2025.
Oh, phone and registration. Ekpela de Ceana Movena would do near as an outie. Ohana Apo Hotel Penny and
oh, I've been out there for you. We need to my register. My way, Kaba, my young Vingy Gomita, a pato buipe, Colobadi, but no register. I'm your father,
Efo, eho go ben kolo. Yami, yame when mi yom ya be kumeto when mi register mi avadala. Azalo.
Hello. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody watching us.
Happy New Year.
Health and Wellness Hub. Miawezo. Mika get it 2025. May by the grace of God, we are in 2020 from the Ceana Media team. We are saying Happy New Year to you all. From wherever you're watching us, Happy New Year. Mika Vaji Health and Wellness Hub in the year 2025. Yes, me get a year 2025, me. And there are a lot of things that we want to start the year with. We want to start strong and healthy. So what are the New Year's resolutions? Yes, a whole lot. We're usually, concerned about our health, and our wellness. So that's why we're here. We're going to be talking about our New Year resolution for 2025. And I have some special guests here with me to help us digress into this topic. Let me get it. And look at the ole me jibe me wo positive things. And we are going to be discussing about our mental health. And our entire body. Okay. Miapo nyamanyale magbloga. Miape alame ezali. Miape alame. Tade enuo lede olebemi when we are setting goals, our hopes, our aspirations, elebemi alame plan lamesesnyawo chede. Nenye very important to me. That's what we're going to start the year with. Before we start anything on this show, we always give the opportunity to our sister, our mother, and our dear one, Sarah, Aglonya Vivionami, things that will help us, motivational messages, something to help us so we can keep in mind, even as we go about our daily duties. Sarah, Merekuku, over to you. Give us some for the day and for the week.
Yo, akpena mi kakaka, akpena amesel, efrena mi lo, nega yi nigava to me, agbejiti, alamesesnyawo ngoyi nye jidefo nya ke mebe makovena mi egbe nyebela, efeke evayi. Nukemiwe jole frie mehi me jode dodonu alo me vivina miola mia bunga ke mabu vi anabe mia bosusuni nojo. Whatever has happened in the past is in the past. Whatever happened in 2024 nukemiopete joy vaila mia da slow no vai ga ke bonla Nukemio hidojijo nami. Nukemio hiyijinye. Nukemio himile popobela. Ena miaboji. Jojo ode mia mela. Nukemio mi zibe miako miabosuso. Kodado kudon. Miako miaboji kude nukemio. Ako miabosuso kude nukemio. We want to focus our hearts and our minds on the things that went well. Because likes attract. Tanemele susubu alo tabucho nu kemi o yiji nwie nwula kemi nwie wo wagajo. Kakeni mi abo susu le voin la jila kemi mi le jibe voin la ni jolo kake mele voin jibe ni jotala jujo nyawe mi la pe dada mawu bere fu eva yi enu kemi o jopete ngo yi nyawo dowofe nyawo Lamesesnyawo koji nyawo afoku nyawo nu kemi o pete la mi le popoda be nu mo mawu jagbagba chon na mira. How did God help us through the year? And we want to focus on the good of the year and give thanks. Ela baby black dog blabela nu si o inyo mi butame chon nu si o ido jijo na mi butame chon nu kameon anu kore nyaon mi butame chon nu kameon. Ela be the scripture says to think on whatsoever things are good, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, we want to focus and think on those things. And also, la mejibe mi butame cho dodo mi jibe mi do na feye yeke jijonyao mi gano tamebu alo adawn wo cho dowo de deun ejebe mi po jijonyao gboche ne mi ko jijonyao che dade calendar ji. Yes, we should plan for some excitement and some joy times with ourselves and with our families during this year. More fun, more joy, things that brings you excitement. Let us focus on these things and plan more of these things in this year so that we will enjoy this year better than we did the previous year. Bijibe mi pojijo ne ejini jomi ne agbeni ngo wuleku oyi fake eva ta bijibe mi abosusu ni no nukemi o ko he ejijo venami ne nu dada he ejijo venami ula we ne some people like to clean and rearrange stuff in the house. If that's what brings you joy, do that. Cooking, craft, playing an instrument, singing, hajiji, ewedudu, anything that gives you pleasure and takes your focus away from stress. La nukemion mijibe mi komiabo jikpe miabo susu o kure ne jibe ya sun nububude fekele me ako akpere wodoku unchela anything that will bring you joy. Nsiani la ko jijovela medo kukuna mi eye mejibe mi komiabo jikpe miabo susu kure akpena mi lo.
Oh, thank you so much. David Sarah. We have to release stress. How do we release stress? There are a lot of stuff that we can do to release stress. Cooking, dancing, chatting, a whole lot. Thank you so much. Dafifia, we're going to take a short commercial break and then we'll come back and introduce our special guest in the studios. Stay tuned.
De wonya wodre kuku kleta roji be ya wodo abe Lamesesnyawo ena de nele klalo be ya hohege yi anabe monu popo na su ashiwo be na wodo abe Lamesesnyawo ena ekema monu popo vana obe na toko shida evepe hege na toke yi ana oda serigbale be na tenu awodo le New Jersey le yevu dukome to kwenye be na podokuo de hege na toke yame yiji New Jersey Board of Nursing da
ashido fiala kpɔ nuteƒewo le lamesesnyawo me akplɔ wo ato hehenana ya me woafia wo afɔɖoƒe tɔxɛwo kple aɖaŋudeto yi ana be nuteƒekpɔkpɔ na asu asi wo be nàwɔ dɔ le xexea me godoo. Le hehenana ya mea woa ana wo mɔnukpɔkpɔ yi awoe be mate nu ade nu yiwo katã srɔ̃m nele atome enumake eye le kɔsiɖa eve megbea ɖaseɖigbalẽ asu asiwo be na awɔ dɔ akpɔ dɔnɔwo dzi le aƒewo me yi nye home health aid. Megana be mɔnukpɔkpɔ ya nato nuwo ayi o. Tɔwokoe nye be nayɔ kaƒodzesi yawo hena ŋkɔŋɔŋlɔ alo nenye be egahiãna numekɔkɔ bubu. Yɔ 862558464 alo 848-218-1555. Atenu agayɔ 773-960-5416. Alo naro email de pccshhtrainingschool@gmail.com alo newmanpccsinfo@gmail.com. Tso kaba megana be mɔnukpɔkpɔ ya natonu ayi.
All right, welcome back. This is the Health and Wellness Hub. My name is Miss Dell, and we just heard from our sister Sarah giving us the motivational message. Fifia, we're going to move on to our special guest in the studio. Dr. Michael Olufuwa is a mental health practitioner, and he lives in Houston, Texas. So, Doctor, you're welcome.
Hello, I'm glad you.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Welcome, Doctor. Yeah,
welcome.
We can hear
you. How
you.
you doing, Miss Dale? How you doing, Miss Sarah?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah.
Happy New Year, and good to see you.
Same here. Happy New Year. Yeah.
All right. So,
good to be on the show.
Mental health. I think our mental health is very important for us to focus on our mental health at the beginning of the year, because it's something that we go through every day. It's a challenge that comes our way every day. So, Doctor, how do we prioritize our mental health, for 2025? How can we do that?
Yeah, very, very good question. One thing that I like what Ms. Sarah talked about was one thing that we generally, as human beings, we kind of overlook it or wave it aside nonchalantly, and that major thing is stress. Stress is one of the number one killers, right? And if we have to prioritize our mental health, we have to address that. It becomes very, very imperative that we address that. Now, prioritizing our mental health has a lot of phases to it. I'll tell you that. First of all, we have to learn how to say no. We cannot always say yes to everything. We have to establish healthy boundaries. I know in as much as we want to do everything want to do things for people and our hearts are there, we have to understand that when your mental health, when you're overwhelmed with certain things, you become less productive. So there are certain times that you need to say no. Probably you can shift whatever you want to do to another day. Okay. We have to limit our exposure to toxic or draining relationships, within the environment. A lot of times, we might be around people that are gossiping and all that stuff, and they're just being negative and all that. And we are forgetting that, energy attracts. So if someone is dishing out some particular, even if you're not participating, right? And you're just sitting there, you're listening and all that stuff, you're gaining in negative energy. You are getting a negative, believe me. So we have to limit our exposure. If possible, we need to abstain. If we can abstain, let's put on some kind of earpiece or whatever. If we have that, we have to learn how to practice, self-care regularly, right? We have to dedicate time to activities, activities that bring joy, relaxation. It could be reading, it could be gardening, it could be taking some long walk, it could even be music. Because I believe Miss Sarah touched on that as well. That's very, very imperative. It's very, very important. Then we have to maintain a balanced lifestyle, right? I can use myself as an example. I need to work on that. Even me that I'm talking, sometimes I sleep so late, okay? And I wake up very, very early, and that's not too healthy. We have to maintain a restful time, a restful bedtime, and it has to be routinal, okay? Part of it also is diet. I know where we come from. We love our fufu, banku, and all that. We love it so much. I love it, but we need to. I'm not saying we cannot eat it, but we need to maintain that diet. Good proportions is very, very good for the mind. Okay, we don't want to become gluttons, right? So we have to. There's another thing that I like to talk about, which is seeking social support. We have to build and nurture, a support network, right, of friends and family, not toxic friends and toxic family members, So we need to do that. We need to share our feelings, thoughts with trusted individuals to feel heard and understood. While we're doing this, we have to understand that not everybody is going to be on the same page with you. Not everybody is going to share the kind of energy you're sharing. So you have to be very, very careful of those you are sharing your feelings and thoughts with. You have to do that with people who are going to improve your own thinking faculty. We also have to try to join support groups. It could be in our church, it could be at our workplace, it could even be in our communities, work groups that they share things that are aligned with our experiences and interest. Okay, we have to also, while we're doing this, we got to set realistic goals, right? Because we cannot always do everything at once. We cannot, so that we don't become overwhelmed. Remember, we're trying to manage our mental health. We have to set realistic goals. We have to learn how to break tasks into manageable steps, just to prevent that overwhelmedness, or feelings of being overwhelmed. And also, we got to learn to celebrate, all those small achievements. If we make some kind of breakthrough on something, we have to celebrate those moments. We can't always beat ourselves down, okay, and say, oh, well, I want to do this. Well, I did it to a particular step, but you know what? It's not going through. Then we start beating down ourselves and all that stuff. What happens is that blocks a particular path, right? Allowing the good chemicals to flow into our brains so that we're able to think right. So we have to be very, very careful. We have to, celebrate all those, those small achievements, right? We have to also practice mindfulness and stress management. I talked about it when we were starting, that stress is the number one killer.
Yeah.
Right? We have to understand and learn how to avoid any kind of stressors, right? And we can see certain things as being a stressor, right? It depends on how we manage it, because life is going to come whether we like it or not. Things are going to happen. Things are not always going to go the way we want, but we have to find a way to manage those things. Finding a way is part of what I talked about. You could, share your feelings with someone that has the same kind of energy, aligning with your interest and the way you project things. You see what I'm saying? So we have to also try as much as possible to focus on the present moment rather than worrying about the past. Ms. Sarah said something which was very, very true. I concur with that 150%. That we're in 2025 now. We have to forget about the past. The past, we can't change the past, right? But we can change now. We can amend things right now that is going to affect the future, right? Also, let me stress this out. There are some of us, I'll say some of us that are on medication. Please, 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 please. If you are on please take your meds regularly. I understand that where we come from, there's this kind of stigma. When it comes to mental health, people always think, if they talk about mental health or you're having a mental health breakdown, that means you're mad or you are crazy. That person don't cuckoo. You don't cuckoo. No, it goes beyond that. Each and every one of us, we're like one step away from a whole lot of things. Believe me, it's by the grace of God and how we manage our lifestyle. Okay, people do have mental breakdown. And when we have mental breakdown, that does not mean you're cuckoo or whatever. That is part of life. Having the breakdown and gaining the ability, right, to manage that breakdown is what matters. Okay? So let's forget about all this stereotyping and all that stigma. No. So if you have your meds, please take your meds, and you're having, say, side effects, with those meds, make sure you get to your primary care or your side doctor. Okay. I think I've talked about limiting negative inputs, right? Social media, yes, that's another big thing. We have to be very, very careful. This doesn't only just go for our children, it goes for us too. We have to kind of limit, the negative things on social media, because believe me, the things that you bring on the inside will definitely work on your outside. So I employ people and I encourage people to limit, their presence or, how they spend time on social media consuming negative news, right? For me personally, I love just, chilling with some skits, after having a stressful day, imagine you're talking. What I do from Monday to Friday, it's kind of negative. And what I mean by that is, people are coming to me, talking about the kind of crisis they're having, the breakdowns and all that stuff. So I have to find a way to even manage my own self. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because I deal with people who need treatment, so I have to be very, very, very careful. And that's why you see me, I spend my time, with music. Music is one thing I love. I love to play my bass. Yeah. So having said that, then we have to also, I believe in practicing positive self-talk, positive self-affirmations, it helps us to replace negative thoughts, with compassionate ones. Let me just put it like that. You know, say good things to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. You can, you know, have a schedule of, you know, a journal. You put down some kind of journal, have a schedule, and just say good things. You look at yourself, you know, because the Bible says that we are made in the image of God. Okay, so say positive things to yourself. Okay, you know, challenge, you know, unhelpful beliefs. You know, you have to remind yourself of your strength. Focus on your strengths rather than your weakness. You know, because your strength is what is going to help you overcome, you know, those barriers and weaknesses. Okay, and when it is time, our people, I don't know how to say this in ever.
Our sister Sarah is going to help us translate it, so you can go ahead in
Okay,
English, and she'll do that.
all right. When it's time to seek professional help, please let us do it. Don't let us get hyper religious and no. You know, let us do it. They call Luke in the Bible the great physician. That's not the time to say, no, in Jesus' name, Jesus has helped us. Jesus is the one that puts the nurses, the doctors, the teachers, everyone.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So what is happening? The doctors that Jesus created. Don't let us forget, God is the creator. Okay, we are the creation. So God is not confused by putting people, you know, in this world, in our lives. Let us seek professional advice. If you have to see your psychiatrist, if you have to see whoever you want to see, seek help, counselor, whatever you want to call it, and all that stuff. Okay, you know, I can't stress that enough. Seek help. Don't, you know, we cover things too much with the blood of Jesus. There are sometimes we don't need to waste that blood. Okay, so let's seek that help. You know, we have to also schedule time to focus on ourselves. Meditation is very good without any kind of distraction. Okay, we have to try as much as possible to stay organized. You know, because I don't want to take too much time. We have to express gratitude. We can't be complaining all the time. Okay, a lot of times, you know, we have to come with a heart of gratitude. Have a list of what is working for you versus what is not working. A lot of times we come with the things that are not working for us. That's life. If everything is so rosy and all that stuff, man, we won't have the opportunity to learn. You know, sometimes when we come through a stumbling, what we want to call it, it's an opportunity for us to learn. I've often said this, that failure, when I try something, for instance, and I told my children are grown up now. So when they were younger, I used to tell them, look, when you try something and it's not working out, right, or it doesn't work out the first time, that doesn't mean you fail. I have redefined my own kind of failure. Failure is when you try and you don't want to try again. You stay stagnated, right? You're not, you know, you just give up. To me, that's failure. So we have challenges, yes. Go back to that board, re-strategize. You will get there. Everything is but with a matter of time. Okay. Also, we have to learn how to identify your triggers. If you know Mama Kwesi is your trigger, then don't go around Mama Kwesi.
Stay away.
Yeah, keep away. You know, because Mama Kwesi might not have the kind of understanding, but you're saying, you know what, I'm just going to go and ignore. Well, sometimes ignoring might not work depending on how your day is going. You know, and Mama Kwesi looks at you and says, man, then you'll be like, she has come. So stay away from Mama Kwesi for that time being until you are able to manage staying within her. I'm telling you. Okay. Then what else? We should, I think I talked about, let's learn how to take breaks. Don't keep going. No, learn how to take breaks. Relax sometimes. Sit with your loved ones, watch good movies and, sometimes, spoil yourself eating good food. If you want to drink wine, hey, drink. Me, I love draw soup. Yes, draw soup and fish, I love kenke and shito. So I take break and eat my kenke and shito. You know what I mean? Yes, yeah. Oh, take that time. Sometimes it's good to just eat. I mean, maybe you wouldn't make it a habit, because, don't eat yourself to death, but eat. And we have to embrace, our challenges, as as opportunities that gives us the it gives us the path to learn and grow. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to accept setbacks, so-called setbacks, because a lot of setbacks are there, right? to set us in, right? When we maintain our focus. You see what I'm saying? So that is, all those things are very, very important. Now, I could be talkative, so I'm going to keep quiet now. And because I know there are other questions.
All right. Thank you, Doctor. Doctor said we should take short breaks. So on that note, we're going to take a short break. And then when we come back, Davi Sarah is going to help translate that into our local dialect into Ever for us. And then we'll take the questions that we have. All right. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
You are welcome to Ceana 2025. Come and have a unique experience in Dallas, Texas.
Ago na miapete milemiakpe bemiva 32nd annual Ceana Convention le Dallas Fort Worth. Dallas. Big D. Miva yabakpong tepe.
Aha. Ceana 2025. Mano bobo edolo. Miva midwaza. We want me at the Cornwall Friday evening. Sunday me our picnic. Me our church service. And all les zanzazata miniva.
Tata nyo prevo fonyo mi do bonsoir na mi lo. Mi do bonsoir na mi apata mi de kuku na mi be mi kro mi ape famille o valo. Mi kro mi ape famille o mi afa po Dallas da. Mi ado azan. Azalo.
Azase.
Azale kongbe.
Azale wow.
Okay, welcome back, Miawekazo. This is the Health and Wellness Hub, and we've been talking about our mental health as a New Year's resolution. How to keep ourselves in check and balance, to have some good mental health, so we can have a good year. At this point, Mia Novi, Mia no Davi Sarah, I translate all that Dr. Olufua has told us. She's going to try to summarize it in Ever for us. Over to you, Davi Sarah.
Yo, akpena miapete, Doctor, thank you so much. You've shared a lot. Yela menglo nuodo dada impone maganglo blota. Nemi kwabe mele hajipola kemi mela gbala jipo nama jagwagba nama afo ta de nyao hi okoko venami. Eye nyebela Dr. Olufuwala tagbodo do owo. I make you tagbodo. That is a mental health. Yeah. Tagbodo do owo. Yela le onu fomela ebela stress. Inye jichichi na nuogedela. Enye number 1 killer fiabela jichichila ela mewu gede. Sigede kake miabo susu mele fimi yo. Tale miabo susu re doda efimi bobela. Mitasi jichichi ye nyado oglobela zigedela le miao nonome unla mi komiabo susu dadie nukemio hi mele yi nyede le mi abagbe mo things that are not going right kakela mi jagbabela mi nglo nu kemi o le yi nyede che dadain ela be nu kemi o le yi nyede la eyela akpere miawu anya bere okay nu kemele yi nyede ola ejebe matra sile un ye moka unu matra sile un ejebe dodo nino agbe ehun amedo lila mejebe mi ado kakplo elabela esi ami do kakplo la o nana bere ejidiele miavo tane amedeli hina ejidiele fola kemi mega ado kakple amekemio gakela di amekemio ine do kakplo la ela nabe ejilajo ela nabela vivi alo jijo nyenye alo jijo popo la ava agbeme ple moment now ega azonla ega dobela ejebe mi wododo bela menye doson komiano wo gakela mi ji heyi nemiko agbodeme mi ji heyi nemi akojijo find a restful bedtime esia ila jebe mi download nemi ton download chenye wa didi nwie menye esia ikomiano duji gidi bere ejebe mi wole ne mega value de numo mi awodo ta jebe mi ji heyi bere mi adideme agbodeme mi ji heyi bere mi akpojijo eyi play for meal be mi antabobo nai akpo movie eni menyale kuma do le vegbemolo gakela nukoko nyao hi miaton abobonai adoje akonu akpojijo adunu niede edo ichela mega dunu too much gake neli ichela la abe fejiola la to akpojijo adunu kemi hi wo jijeme nukemi la du la na wo jijeme gake nemi le nudu chela ejebe mi kpom ya bodu nududu bon bela miadu nunyede mano akple fufu de komi olo gakela miadu like portions menyalo kumado portions olo gake madri awunu you know yeah not overeat madri awunu gake mia no do viede achaka yevuto amapa play nububu okochake nenina alamenwimi azonla ejebe mi akpogbobela mi asoho ewo amekemi mi le ka dokplola onye amekemi ohi mi bo susu alo ta medeka alo like obotame bubu alo mi abo susu ola motovo unu yeta we habobo imemilela is an example of a support system negale habobo bubu mechela abe solime church chela chela a good support group ye bede okay ne indele tetede jiola lanton akpa mede ado jekple alo la pa mede nyayi ava pojijo la fide po ne wo jichichiela ne deda ne agbakemi edro de ta ota ojila ne deda azola mega buta me vincho echo plenu kemi o mejo nwede echo nende mejo nwede echo la nu so sro onye mega gbugbo buta me parabe mokbubu ka onu miato ako ade mobubu ohi la na ngoyi play success nukemi o womi le ela yiji na mi nwede me la gbajelo
Very much.
agbaje asola ebela ebela yi kracha yodola ena jichichi blibo elabe esia ila dono o gbopo ile ta dono gbopo pala edo ila na jika ni dele po yefo gakela yipo gbobela yipo idoku igbo alebela yo susuma no dono esia yo kake yipo mobede ya wondo alonu bubu adafo bubudo ako release stress kemi ako de jichichi kemi o play tukada kemi o le yo agbeme yi lo elon ha like music elon ha ye efuo apen guitar ni menyale kwa do guitar le jinta Efo yeta ina abelekumi donene wo nukemio ila wo ila ana jijo neva jime play anlame now hi machijio na sileku megbele chogo mejeja nenu dada enye towo nenu tata enye towo ne ehasese alo hajiji enye towo ne nujajirado enye towo nukemio hi ado jijo now ila dewo susu daile tukada uji akowo susu va fifie lai nkeke kemi mele pe gapopo si me elela ako jijo de venala nu kemi ohun ye ejebe mi apomo azonla ndeka meji me ma ga aglohi o oto asiji enyebela miaola mia meyibo mi susu de lina mi cho amekemi o le tagbo dole yele dodo bela mi jirami abo susu ndo de tagbo dolele un elabe tagbo dolele la dolelo onye ejame gakela me blende kela me un ne ona machi okola no wa machi o mi le gapopoji le gameji kola nusi alula wonwe mi ga a akpo amekemi o le tagbo do dowola ogbo yi bede eya o jara ba elabe susu kemi le mia ta me pe mia jime be o na me de nyale mental health practitioner poko alo amede yi psychologist alo amede yi psychiatrist alo social worker gbo alo avakpo aji pepere na tukara kemi la gbeme na ekola mi va la mi ekpo le mo bubunu mi de susu kemi da elabela mawu efia amachido kemi opete amegbeto ye na be mi kole amegbeto ployi va do fifie tala mi jra mi abo susu do nene eyi do ne jebe mi va kpo amekemi opo me villa ne mi ton ayi pleji mefa pleji jo elabe na si doctor bubuola ole amachi wo le do tro ble do wocho mia amegbeto la un fro cho mia tagbo kaka di vai afodome ta ne tagbo dolele la medele la mi ga po le momu bude kenu agbeya ko nono me do ple tukara va me wa gbeme hian bere amegbeto ne aji pepere un ne akopere yedoku un ne agbe ede ne sogbelo me nyabe nyime do peto gake me kadeji bela granto. I hope I did a good summary.
Thank you so much. That was great.
You did more than a good summary.
Yeah.
Wow.
She went above and beyond.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So that was a summary from Davi Sarah in Eve about what Doctor has been telling us. So now we're gonna go to the comments that we have from our viewers, our cherished viewers watching us from wherever you are. We say thank you for watching. This is the Health and Wellness Hub. So we have Innocentia Frigerson. Yeah, she said that is so true, Doc. Negative energy can drain the positive energy. Very true. So we need to stay away from negative energy, just like Doctor said. Yeah, thank you so much, Innocentia. And then we also have Mr. Lawrence Dagadu. Innocentia also said, learn to celebrate small wins. Yes, so Doctor also told us. Yeah, Doctor told us we celebrating small milestones or whatever it is very important. Very important. You're right, Innocentia. Thank you so much for your comment. Mr. Lawrence Dagadu also says, Dr. Olufua, please join my show, African Jazz and Traditional Music Panorama, on every Friday evening. Very good program for relaxation. Yes, this is Ceana TV YouTube channel. We have a lot of programs, and one of the programs is on Friday evenings, African Jazz Music for your Friday relaxation. So, Doctor, since you love music and you enjoy music, as your source of relaxation, Mr. Dagado is inviting you to tune in on Fridays, the same channel on Fridays, and we'll send you the link on Friday so you can listen to some sweet, nice, tantalizing African jazz music.
I would
Yes.
love that.
Yes. Yeah. All right. And then also, Mr. Dagadi says, Doc, how do you maintain or keep and stay on top of your New Year resolution throughout the year? Any recommendations, or how can we stay on top, of our New Year resolutions?
Yeah, very, 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 very good question. We have to keep off procrastination. Now, I know I respect when people say New Year's resolution and all that. I respect that. Don't get me wrong, but I believe our resolution should start way early. I think we should not put a time when we want to resolute certain things, because for instance, if we have symptoms of headache, for instance, we don't know what's going on, right? We are not going to wait the following year to see maybe the headache is going to go and all that stuff. What do? We either drink Tylenol or we take any pain med, and when that is not working, we seek an attention. It's a way of resoluting that problem. So procrastination off. We never procrastinate. If things become, if sometimes we have habits of not kind of remembering certain things, we could write it down, paste it on our wall, that this is what we are going to be doing this time, that time. So whatever we want to do has to be routine. We have to create that routine for that. So whatever we create a routine for eventually becomes something habitual. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I believe that's the number one way that we can resolute. Let's stay on top. Our time management is very, very essential. It's going to help us stay on top of things. So yeah, that's how we do it. I believe I answered that question.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Doc. So Doc says we should just stay on top, and manage our time properly and not wait till the year begins in January before we set a goal, So thank you so much, Doc.
Right now.
Thank you. Okay, David, sorry, can you help us translate?
Okay. Tala ameve bia nyado le nyaba bia la me le emolaji. Iye nyebela mia David ka bela ilonde jibela abele ku mia nufola glo bela ejebe mikpo nuke mi o le ji inwede namila nemi akpo jijo de nemi ada pe don celebrating the wins, and then not focusing too much on the what is not going well. Anzola mia for Lawrence Shirley babiabela nuka o mia wo anabede mia dodo ke mi o mi le dodo na efeye ye kela mianton ano mianton awe wa avamenami ye nu fola glebela nu de kai jibe ya nami nyabela mega no procrastinate kra no ka no million na levegbe me ya atutu ado yi bubu esi ayi mi do yi be mi awondela mi we enumakele dodo ke minu me ga no eyi ye tete yi megbe ano tete yi megbe ano tete yi megbe ela be nu kemiola me de mi ajo alo me pe de mi awon takela mi kpogbobela mi wo dodo dadan ye ne mi wo dodo dadan la mi wo de mi abo dodo laji mi nglo nu kemi odi mi lebe mi wela mi nglo dadan ene mi nglo dadan chela mi clear de te fede hi mi anokpo esi ayi, post it somewhere you can see it every day. Ela bela nemi wododo kemi yemi ngule dadai yemi leji wo chela nemi leji wola eva zuo agbenono nami. So as we create the routine becomes habitual. Ela benemi le wo esi ayi le dodoji kola eva zu nonome eva zu, it becomes part of us. Like eva zu miabo nonome imi antoan we without thinking, like we just do it.
Yo, Akwe, thank you so much, David Sarah. That was awesome. Thank you. It's been an interesting session. So this is Ceana Media YouTube channel, and this is of course the Health and Wellness Hub show that we come your way every Saturday, 9:30 a.m. CST, and so that will be 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. We come your way every Saturday. We have various topics, and this year is going to be awesome. We have a lot of topics lined up that's going to help us, improve upon our health and our wellness, so we can, be strong and healthy and keep making the money to help our folks back home, and then also enjoy ourselves as well. There are various programs on Friday evening, as I said earlier on. Our DJ Mawenyaga for Lawrence comes our way with the African Jazz, panorama every Friday. Yeah, he comes our way with African Jazz. And then after our show on Saturday, for Steve and Empress Mausi or Mama Seduji, they also come your way with Ceana Central Talk Show. So right when we're done, right after we're done, that is 10:30 a.m. Central Time, and then that'll be 11:30 Eastern Time. Okay. And then after that, there's Dunenyo Bobobo comes your way. And then, no, Dunenyo Bobobo, this is the flyer. There we go. This is a flyer for Dunenyo Bobobo comes your way. And then after that, we have Miss Robert learning our local dialect, the ever language. Yes. Davi Nami, Dr. Wanyo, Davi Vero, and then for Cyrus, they come our way with Miss Shopper, but they've been teaching us a whole lot. So please tune in sometime this afternoon to learn. And then Sundays, our sister Nicole comes our way with Africulture. There's a whole lot that we have to learn, especially with the kids that we've born here. We've given birth to our kids here. Some of them have never gone back home. They don't know a lot about our. We don't take them to cultural events and stuff. So this is an opportunity for us. So David Nicole comes our way with various guests who help us to learn about our culture, our marriage ceremony, naming ceremonies, and other stuff about our culture. So, and there are a whole lot of other programs that are going to be coming our way on Ceana TV. Patrick Ajadu is going to come our way with Ceana World View. So we are looking forward to that. And for Patrick, please, we can't wait to see you and watch your program. So please come on. So that's basically what we have for you on Ceana Media. If you have any program, or if you have any questions, if you have any recommendations, anything, just be sending us your comments when we are live, and then we'll read them and then put them into practice, or try to see how best we can improve upon the show. So, Doctor, I told you the 1 hour goes by so fast.
Yeah.
So, what are your final words, especially when you touched on us seeking help? Sometimes we think when somebody is seeing a psychologist, somebody saying, I'm having mental health issues, we think the person is going crazy from the background that we have back home. But from the look of things and what we've learned, that is not it. Sometimes you're going through even trying to take a decision to do something. It stresses you so much that sometimes we need to seek for help, but we don't know that we have to seek for help. What are your final words about us seeking help when we need help?
Yes. First of all, that's a very, very good question. I believe we have to create more awareness, for our people, and awareness will just be simply letting them understand what mental health is all about. So awareness is going to help get rid of kind of psychological stigma. You see what I'm saying? We have to be able to let the people know that mental health is just like any other things we do in our lives. You see what I'm saying? It's just like, you're waking up in the morning, you're brushing your teeth and all that stuff, all it's the same thing. However, right, we have a hub. If our mental health is not in the right place, right, we might not be able to do all those things right. Even when we think we're doing it right, we are going to be doing it with some a grudge, right, subconsciously, right? So creating that awareness, speaking to the people that, you know what, you are not mad, you are not crazy. You see what I'm saying? It's just a way of life. It's very, very important that, so that the orientation has got to change. You see what I'm saying? We have to reorientate our people so that, they will be free in their minds to seek the necessary help they need. Also, when we do that, we also have to have a SMART goal, SMART, right? I know we must have heard that before, but that's very, very significant. It sounds so simple, but it's significant. The S stands for, specific time, okay, for that goal. The M stands for measurable. The goal has got to be measurable, okay? What else? The A stands for attainable. That goal is got to be attainable. The R is for reachable. Your goals have got to be reachable, right? Then T stands for time sensitivity or time specific, just like the S stands for. You see what I'm saying? So our goals have got to be SMART. Don't let us choose too many goals at a time. We can do 2, we can do 3, then we start working with it. Okay, so the awareness and setting a SMART goal, those 2 things will help us. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Doug. Davisara, can you summarize that for us, please?
Okay.
Just a few words.
Yo, bemia fota de mia bo jedoduong egbela mia nunola bia nufola kemi cover bebela emokala nu miato ako aji pepere na tagbodo na miadokwe ye mia nufola don bela ejebe egbala mina mide gbefa cho tagbodo leleun ne mide susu vondi kemio mi buo cho tagbodo leleun la ne mi na amonya nu cho da tagbodo leleun la kemi susu oche la tro kemi la afodede kemi o mi ade akoji pepede la elan chokwi nami elabe ela pere mi apete mi awon elabe eje mi se mebela ta gbodo lele la eli ple mi da ela mesi amenwu olo ele fo mede si ademe ele na sibe na fondi mebe ya tutu adula ta pepede un titi na ta gbodo la enene kole na beleku la le dobubude alo dome alo eji alo afolo veyi la ayi do yola ogbo avaji pepere nla nene mako ejebere mi acho afo kaba akoji pepere nemi le ta gbodo le alobe mi po amedebere inuomele yinuedo elabe ne amede le ta gbodo le la osusuklo tame bubuo to ovusan gakela amachili akodonu kemi opetedo kemila agbela yiji nyede nami ansola eglonya gbodi bere ejebe mi ado mi da fodo you be smart go no me enya kemi hi smart hi edeme bere ejebe mi ji eyi nwi ejebe mi dodo kemiohi mianton awodeji mega dodo ga kemiohi nemi buta me chon kra miata lavaje miave imanya leku miawo kapi adafo ako awo do wa ayijio tami wo do swe vie mi kpọkpọbela dọkemio alo afọkemio mi jibe mi chola nukemio mi anton anwo eya ohun mi ajrado de un aje gomekple kemi vie la mi ayiji ako ayingo. So set measurable and attainable goals and have a specific time be mi akpo eyi akowo dodo kemio pete akokpede mi adokun ne agbe ni iji na mi nuere akpe na mi lo.
Yo, Akpe, thank you so much, David Sarah. Thank you. All too soon, our time is up. But before we leave, this is 2025, Ceana 2025. Ceana 2025, Le Dallas. This year is going to be in Dallas. That registration is ongoing. But the kukunami meka toka kaka day. Ne July, August. Ape miavawo registration. By that time, we too late. That's a cut-off date today. Me register. No, my time vow day. Your money will be refunded to you. Ceana 2025 Le Dallas is going to be live. It's going to be colored. Ceana TV, Ceana Media is going to be live. We're going to be showing it. Don't miss out. Register for Ceana 2025, and then we'll see you all and celebrate and promote our culture and our heritage together. Akpenami all too soon. Near time there. Our time is up. And we have to leave for another program to also show. We've been talking to Dr. Lade Olufuwa from Houston, and he's a psychologist. He's a mental health practitioner. Thank you so much, Doug. We appreciate it. We know today is a busy day for you, but you made time for us. God bless you. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, David Sarah. Thank you for the translation. It's not easy because I know I can do it. Akpe, thank you so much, David Sarah. Akpe now, Dr. Alufuwa, that's from our local dialect. Akpe kakaka.
Thank you.
Thank you to our cherished viewers. Thank you so much for watching the Health and Wellness Hub. Until we come your way again next Saturday, stay healthy and make sure you keep your mental health in check. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes, KKC at Kakafo. I don't you Rokogo of what Yagama Biesa. Anyani at all junkling Makaranamchi, Mananania. Yenaba Ashikali Ikala Angama. Floss tasty treat. Anyashikali Azina Azada Shiada, a Kutapeo, a Snodapeo. No, never a Jigazandum. Nano Banaba first course. Hello, starter. Anya no indudu ika no nyabana ajibaya anno poma yema ajibaya dum papi adakwa to ko nyama naji Flows tasty treat product here nikanya ashitali adeya ala nu goma to ko nyama na kwi de na se baba akwedama o pro pato strong pressure nyano adudum anu na mara shiada ji Flows tasty treats. And you know that's engagement, wedding, official fee can hear a pogger alaba one of all. Airtime novinger, Zababa, Bohana grabber, one or show. No Jimla Mojide. Zabana attach the www.Flows Tasty Treat. Yola 212-915-9331. Jagaba Naji Flows Tasty Treat. Then I call Adara Wapadoma, Yanobutu. Flows Tasty Treat. I like the Flows Tasty Treat. I don't know, I'm at the corner shadow. Flows